Major inspection on FP11POH. Today's date is the 12th of February 2025. The mileage at today's service is 133,935. First thing I noticed getting inside the car, you've got a check engine light and a tyre pressure warning light. Those will be investigated with the diagnostic. You've also got a low battery. Your service menu, your vehicle check was due back in 2023. We will reset this for you today. Brake fluid flush was due back in 2022. I would highly recommend getting that done. Your MRT was also due back in 2023. Not sure if this just hasn't been reset. Oil change is due in 4,700 miles. Front brakes due in 1,100 miles. Rear brakes due in 27,000. Under your engine by now, first thing I notice is down here by your alternator you've got quite a bad oil leak. To me this looks like it's coming from a failed rocker cover gasket, just here. The next thing, this intake pipe for the turbo is loose. Coolant can do with a top up. On your horseshoe you've got rusty bolts here and here. Also, there where the oil leak is, there is a plug just down there. This plug is covered in oil, which can seep down and affect the plug. Checking your oil level now. On a piece of rag, you can see it goes all the way to the maximum on the stick. Oil levels. This is the concentration of your coolant. That little red arrow is just on the -12, as you can see. This means that your coolant is good and won't freeze up to temperatures of -12. Ideally this needs to be at about -15. The pressure tester is now on your coolant bottle to check for any leaks coming from the thermostat or the crossover. It's just done an inspection and a test on your aircon. Seems to be none in the system. This can be regassed. Okay, taking off your rocker cover now. First thing I notice is you've got what appears to be coolant and oil mixing together, which is what that mayo-y substance is. Actually on the engine now, first thing I notice is your chain guard / guide. The plastic has actually snapped off it. This has snapped, and the condition of that chain guard, it looks to me as if the cam chain is quite old and hasn't been changed in a while. Coming back to the failed rocker cover gasket, a little gasket goes around here to protect the spark plug from oil. As you can see down there, there is quite a bit of old oil, which means that your rocker cover gasket may have failed. After the pressure tests, there appears to be no obvious leaks. Now, with the engine running, we're listening for any banging or knocking coming from down by the auxiliary belt. So this would mean that there is a crack or a piece missing out of the auxiliary belt, but it sounds okay. Now we're going to check for a vacuum. As you can see, it's sucking up to look at back, so there's vacuum underneath the rocker cover. Right, now we're checking the condition of the arch liners. Everything seems to be okay with these. No tears or breaks in the arch liner. Got both covers with bolts. Spring looks to be okay. If a binding on the wheel, there is none. Third looks okay, no uneven wear, no hard cracking. Going to this side now, again, same thing. No tears or breaks in the arch liner. I've got both covers with bulbs. Spring looks okay, not damaged. Wheel isn't binding. Again, nice even wear on the tyres. Little bit of cracking here, nothing too major. Back arch liner, looking around, no cracks or tears again. Maybe a slight amount of binding on this rear wheel, nothing too serious. Time again on driver side rear, no cracks or tears. Again, minimal binding on that tyre. Good tread again, no uneven wear, no visible cracking. Under the car now, you can see that oil leak is quite excessive. It's covered your sump, all underneath your alternator, all on that plug. We'll definitely get that rocker cover gasket replaced. You mate, there seems to be no excessive play. Subframe bushing, you've got crack in the rubber on the left hand side, that gap forming. Very excessive play in this. Same with the passenger side, got a little crack formed in that rubber. The boots and the drive shaft and the gaiter on the steering rack both seem to be in good condition. Can't see any leaks. Again with your driver's side. Right arm looks okay. Bit of oil forming on there, that could be from the oil leak on the engine now. Flexi, feeling around, there doesn't seem to be any exhaust leaks. And here you have got some water dripping from the top. It's now coming from your thermostat and your crossover connection or your water pump and crossover connection. Sort of hanging, I would suggest cable tying this to the top up here rather than down here. These have a tendency to drag on the floor when they get too low. Put a split in your pipe, then you lose even more water. Condition of the subframe, however, looks okay. Now it says it's rust. Same on the rear, nothing too bad. Springs and shocks look okay. That bright line up there doesn't look corroded. Same for the spring and shock on this side. And same for the bright line. Just the under trays going along the bottom of the vehicle. So tears in the rubbers on the exhaust hangers. Got a bit of meat left on them pads down there. On the disc you've got a slight amount of lipping. Just there. Same again on passenger side. Got some pad left. Again, slight lipping on the disc.
So Lewis did your inspection on the car. To round off, I'm going to take you through the quick test report, the diagnostic part. This is the initial quick test report, and as you can see there are quite a few modules here with faults. The ones we're going to focus on initially are these. These are the engine faults. So the high pressure fuel plausibility. This is a high pressure fuel pump problem. That's about an £850 fix because the high pressure fuel pump comes from the main dealer. The Vanos exhaust fault, camshaft stuck. The Vanos exhaust control fault, camshaft stuck. That's the cam chain itself. As you've seen in the video, the cam chain is old and the guides have started to break down. And then there's the charge pressure control. I think this is going to be as a consequence of these other things. As for that, these are pretty minor and they should clear. And in fact, these are bulbs, right? So fair enough. If we go to the post-clear report, we can see that there's still 2 bulbs out. We've still got the aerial diversity and we've still got the high pressure fuel pump. So this is an active fault. In summary then, the recommendations will be to do the cam chain, fix the oil leaks, fix your water leaks, which is the crossover pipe and the thermostat, and replace the high pressure fuel pump. Then we have the control arms on the subframe. Now that's a big job. It's at least 4 hours plus the parts. Your battery condition is poor, so we recommend changing that. And your brake fluid flush is overdue, so we recommend that as well. And the one thing that you need to also consider is this car's done 133,000 miles. There's going to be oil consumption in that engine. We haven't been able to run it up because of the water leak. Usually speaking, we would get the car hot, see if we can see any telltale signs of oil consumption, but unless the valve stem seals have been done along the way, you're going to have high oil consumption on an engine of that mileage, I would have thought. There's also going to be wear in the piston rings. Now all of this is going to be a tidy sum, so you need to consider how much you want to spend on this car. Thank you for watching.